Buongiorno, I'm Donna Salerno, and welcome to Venice. Today we will explore the top 10 things to do in this exciting city. The uniquely romantic city of Venice was built entirely on water and has managed to survive into the 21st century without cars. Narrow canals and alleyways pass through palaces and magnificent churches. I think the easiest and most pleasant way to get around Venice is on foot. But the Grand Canal only has a few bridge crossings, and taking a ride on Venice's water bus, or Vaporetto, is a fun transport. A fact that the slow number 1 Vaporetto runs the length of the canal is equivalent to a city bus tour, so sit back and enjoy the ride and beautiful architecture. The best times to visit this amazing square, St. Mark's, Piazza San Marco, is early in the morning or late evening, when the crowds are gone. Breathtaking, century-old architecture and artwork abound. Take time out for an espresso and dessert while listening to the live entertainment. Our private tour through St. Mark's Basilica will reward you with enough history of Venice to become an expert. It was one of the few religious buildings that was not intended primarily for worship. It was designed and built for one purpose only, to contain the body of St. Mark when it was stolen from Alexandria by 2 young Venetians in 828. For this reason, throughout history, it was never the city's cathedral. Technically, it was the private chapel of the Doge and remained always under civil power. Next door to the Basilica is Doge's Palace, an impressive Gothic building dating back to the 1300s, which used to house the city administration. These days, admire the full house of priceless artwork and the special feature of the Bridge of Sighs. Touring Doge's Palace is the only way to have a chance to walk over this famous bridge. Campanile di San Marco. Originally built as a lighthouse to assist navigation in the lagoon, visitors can be taken by elevator to the top of St. Mark's Campanile, or bell tower, to savor incredible views of Venice, the lagoon, and the Alps in the distance. Insider's tip: the view is superb, taking in the Lido, the whole lagoon, and on a clear day, the Dolomites in the distance. Rialto Bridge. Hop in the number 1 Vaporetto down the Grand Canal and you'll get great views of some of the most famous Venetian bridges, like the Rialto. Insider's tip: great shopping in the Rialto Bridge area. Your gondola ride. Touristy but a must-do experience. Our private rides include a musician and serenade. Ah, la dolce vita. Venetian glass is definitely one of the most popular souvenirs to take away from Venice, and seeing how it is made is one of the most popular tourist outing. On the island of Murano, there are numerous large and small glass factories. Try to find a less crowded factory, but it really is interesting to see these masters in action. Artisan shops. Discover some of Venice's top handicraft traditions: leather goods, beads, papier-mâché carnival masks, and jewelry. Venice cooking class. Shop at the Rialto Market and enjoy a hands-on cooking lesson for a 4-course meal. Enjoy your meal with local wine. Salute! Teatro La Fenice is the most important opera house and one of the most prestigious concert venues in Venice, with a history dating back to 1789. Venice is one of the most interesting and romantic places in the world. This sanctuary on a lagoon is virtually the same as it was 600 years ago, which adds to its fascinating character and romantic charm. Come and discover your Venice with Donna Salerno Travel. You'll love where we take you. Florence, or better known as Firenze, is like a Tuscan jewel with its beautiful domed cathedrals and its colorful inner city. Its wide piazzas that are perfect for play and for framing the icons of Florentine beauty. Be sure to see Michelangelo's David, the most famous of sculptures here in the birthplace of the Italian Renaissance. This is Donna Salerno, and today we discover the top 10 things to do in Florence, Italy. In the heart of Florence, climb 463 steps of the bell tower for sweeping views of the city. See the baptistry with its gilded bronze doors. Visit the Museo dell'Opera del Duomo, full of Gothic and Renaissance sculpture, and explore the Duomo or Cathedral, the city's most iconic building. Home to Michelangelo's David and his 4 non finiti, unfinished stone slaves. Insider's tip, we include a private tour, so no waiting in lines. This is one of the most famous museums of paintings and sculpture in the world. Its collection of primitive and Renaissance pieces comprises several universally acclaimed masterpieces of all time, including works by Giotto, Botticelli, Da Vinci, and Michelangelo. This square has been the center of political life in Florence since the 14th century and continues to be popular today. It is one of the more lively areas and great for people watching. The Ponte Vecchio is a medieval bridge spanning the river Arno. It is one of the few remaining bridges with houses and connects the Uffizi with the Pitti Palace. Piazza Michelangelo is named after the famous Renaissance artist. He was not only important in Florence, but throughout Italy. This square is not to be missed, as it has one of the best views of the city. A fun way to see the highlights of this interesting and energetic city. Insider's tip, our guided tour includes your bike and gelato. Revel in the beauty of Tuscany countryside while enjoying wines from this region. Visit local vineyards and taste the fruits of their labor. Prepare a traditional Tuscan meal with fresh ingredients, and don't forget to pour the wine. This is a casual class that is informative and fun. Of course, you get to dine on your gourmet selection when completed. Discover Tuscany's well-preserved ancient villages and experience the beauty of the Tuscan countryside. San Gimignano, Lucca, and Siena are popular areas. Insider's tip, make it a private tour and include lunch along the way. Florence is exciting to discover, a fabulous walking city with so much to see and do. Shopping, museums, dining, and nightlife. Let us customize your Florence stay and experience the best of the best, maximizing your time and creating lasting memories. Contact us today at Donna Salerno Travel. You'll love where we take you.
Buongiorno! Welcome to Rome. Today we will discover the top 10 things to see in the Eternal City. The best way to start your stay is with a guided city tour. We include all the must-sees of this large metropolis. Then you will have ample time to return to places of interest on your own. As the capital of the Catholic Church, the Vatican is a small walled state within Rome, drawing millions of tourists a year. Give yourself a half a day to discover the exciting museums, artwork, Sistine Chapel, and St. Peter's Basilica. The Vatican houses some exceptional artwork by such artists as Michelangelo and Raphael. The artwork is housed in a series of buildings that have 1,400 rooms, and the complex covers 13 acres. A private tour is recommended. My tip? The roof of St. Peter's Basilica is accessed by elevator and stairs. Make the ascent for a wonderful view of the interior square. The Sistine Chapel is home to some of Michelangelo's famous works, including The Creation of Man and The Last Judgment. You'll see the Swiss Guard in their colorful uniforms standing at all the entrances to the Vatican. Another must-see in Rome is the Colosseum. It is amazingly well preserved. It held up to 70,000 spectators for animal hunts and gladiator contests. The Colosseum is the largest amphitheater ever built in the Roman Empire and is considered one of the greatest works of Roman engineering and architecture. Don't miss the beautiful Arc of Constantine, which sits just outside the Colosseum entrance. The Roman Forum was the heart of ancient Roman civilization. It was the central locale for government, economic, and commercial activities. You will see countless columns, temples, and sanctuaries. The Capitol building in Rome is a monument to honor Victor Emmanuel, the first king of the unified Italy. The base of the structure houses the Museum of Italian Reunification. My tip? Take the panoramic elevator to the rooftop for an amazing 360-degree view of Rome. The Spanish Steps lead up to the Church of Trinita dei Monti. This is the famous local spot for people watching and my favorite, gelato eating. The Capitol museums contain Roman statues and artifacts, medieval and Renaissance art, along with jewels, coins, and other items. You cannot turn a street corner without viewing a fountain. The largest Baroque fountain in Rome is not to be missed, Trevi Fountain. Legend has it, toss a coin in from over your shoulder to assure a return trip. The villa sits in Rome's Borghese Park, one of the few green spaces in the city. The house was commissioned by Cardinal Borghese to act as his home and to house his art collection. Today it is an impressive collection of sculptures by Bernini, Caravaggio, and Canova. Ciao, Bella! Rome has it all. What would you like to experience on your trip? Private Vatican Museum tour? Papal audience? Classic Rome highlights? Let us customize your stay to maximize your experience. You'll love where we take you.